Hi everyone. So when I started my YouTube over a year and some months ago, I made a list of celebrity looks that I wanted to do, and Claudette Colbert was one of them. Have not done a tutorial on her yet. She's been my long-awaited feat. So here she is. I'm going to give you a little backstory on Claudette Colbert, just in case you are interested if you are not familiar with her. If I'm looking off to the side, I wrote some notes, so I apologize for that. Claudette Colbert, she was born in France but raised in New York City. Colbert started her career as a Broadway actress in the 20s. From there she became a contracted employee of Paramount Pictures, and from there she went on to be a freelancer amongst different studios. She became one of the highest paid actresses of her time in American cinema. She is recognized for her screwball comedy, as they call it, and she won an Academy Award for her performance in the 1934 film Opposite Clark Gable in It Happened One Night, where she did the very, very, very risky stop the car by pulling your skirt up, very risky at the time, which that particular clip is featured in Sex and the City too. And she has been nominated for other roles since then as well. Her career declined in the 50s, unfortunately, but she made her last film in 1961. After that, she retired to her home in Barbados and died at the age of 92, so she did live a very long, happy life. So yeah, I really enjoy her work. One of my favorite movies of Claudette Colbert's that made me want to do a tutorial for her would be Imitation of Life. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy this particular tutorial. It is kind of more flapper-esque compared to other celebrity looks, so if you want to use it for Halloween as your flapper tutorial or your flapper look, you can. It is flapper-esque because the eyeshadows are neutral like most celebrity looks, but it's a little darker compared to other celebrity looks at the time. Much lighter than other flappers you see, because celebrity looks are usually a little bit lighter on the eyes, just so you can see the celeb's face. So if you wanted to do it as a flapper, you can always go deeper in the crease. It's up to you, but I think the Claudette Colbert variation of the flapper or 1920s look is very, very amazing. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy this look once again, and thank you so much for watching. So to get started on the look, I already have Eden Primer Potion all over my eyelids. Now if you want to do Claudette Colbert's eyebrows, you're more than welcome to. They're just extremely thin, very etched on. I'm going to have a thumbnail for Claudette Colbert's look, so you can check that out. And I'm going to take the Book of Shadows 4, and I'm going to do another celebrity look. I'm going to show you that you can go from doing like a really smoky celebrity look that I did last week and a very smooth, soft one. So to get started with the eyelids, we're going to take a little bit of Missionary, which is just this soft kind of matte brown right here at the very bottom. So I'm going to go into that with my blender brush. And we have none other than just the primer on the lids, and I'm just going to smooth Missionary on over the eyelid with a blender brush. Claudette Colbert has a little bit of shading on her lids, but since it is a more vintage, timeless kind of look, she doesn't have as much shadow as a modern day celebrity. So I'm just going to smooth Missionary all over the lid, and I think you can pick up that it's a satin finish versus a more matte finish. I'm going to go back in with the exact same brush, and we're going to pick up a little bit of Bust, which is just that really nice sort of charcoaly brown color. This one's also a satin. In order to get the colors to blend real smooth and nice, we're going to take that same blender. And we're just going to blend that through the crease. This color is seriously dupeable, so you don't have to have this Book of Shadows, but if you did buy it, I thought you'd have a little bit of fun playing along with some of these more wearable shades. The Naked palette would also be nice too, and you could take Naked and then buck for the crease. I'm just mentioning because I know more people have that palette right now. I'm going to take a little bit more of the Bust color, and we are going to pop that sort of satin charcoal brown into the outer corner, and we're also going to grab some of it and place it in the inner corner as well. And you could always take a slightly heavier handed more amount of that for the outer, and then whatever's left over on the brush, you can just fluff it into the center. Pick up a little bit more Missionary and then just brighten up the eyelid, maybe even the inner portion of the crease for a well-blended sort of smooth brown eye. Now for the brow highlight, I'm going to take a little bit of Skimp, and we're just going to take that fleshy peach color. This is kind of an eraser color. I know some people said it wasn't their favorite on various reviews. I gave it a good review. I personally liked it, but each to his own. I'm just fluffing that out with the Sonia Kashuk Bambooshi candle brush from Target. And we're just going to make sure that there's no harsh line, although there really shouldn't be because we just completely buffed out all the shades using a very fluffy blender. But in case there are, just go over the edges. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Zephyr, which is just that nice kind of crisp highlight shade. It's a very light white. It's much more sophisticated than Polyester Bride. I already have the review up on my blog spot. I completed the blog spot review as soon as I was done finishing several looks using this kit. So that's basically the eyeshadows for Claudette Colbert. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to take a little bit of Urban Decay's 24/7 eye pencil in Yeyo, and we're just going to line the waterline. I'm pretty sure they still make Yeyo. It's just their white pencil, so you can take any white pencil. And then I'm just going to go over it a few times. This will sort of brighten up the lower lash line. Now to give the eye definition, I'm going to go in with MAC's Costa Riche. I happen to not have a cruelty-free liner of this particular color, so I'm just going to take Costa Riche. Just a nice kind of all-over smudgy brown color. It's one of those colors that's you could just pop on a neutralized eyelid and just kind of smudge it out and go to work like that, and you'll get a lot of compliments because I've done it that way. Just take a skin tone powder, pop it all over your lid, and then smudge this all over your eyes. And then set it with some brown eyeshadow, and you have like a really nice, fast, easy look. Now I'm going to take my paddle brush, and we are going to go into Bust. And poke ourselves in the eyeballs. And we're just going to set Costa Riche a little bit. That'll make the eye pop and give it back some definition that Yeyo took away from it. Now for the upper lash line, it's not a cat eye, but it is sort of a medium to thicker line of liquid liner. So we're going to take a little bit of Urban Decay's 24/7 waterproof black eyeliner. And it is matte black, so it'll kind of go on as being a more vintage liner, even though its formula is very new. I'm just going to pull it out slightly just to give it some flair, but that's not really a real wing unless you want to refer to it as a baby wing. And then we're just going to go into the inner portion of the eye, and then you just have like the Claudette Colbert rimmed eye. Now for my highlight, they were pretty much all about kind of like porcelain or flapper-esque skin, if you will, in Claudette Colbert's time. So I'm going to try to mimic that by taking the Luna Cream Color Base as my highlight. And we're going to go down the nose bridge and highlight that. And the warmth of our fingertips will take down the tone of the white. It'll make it more soft. A good dupe of this would be the e.l.f. Shimmer palette. It has a white in there too. Sorry, I keep forgetting to take that palette. I have that. It's a great palette. That would be a cruelty-free and vegan option. And you can always go right above the brows where she has hers placed. She's got a lot centered all around her brows and eyes. She's all about like that really heavy eyebrow lift arch look. And then pretty much that's her gleam. I'm going to take MAC's Fabulush Cream Color Base. I believe this is from the regular permanent line. I don't believe it's Pro at all. If it's not, then I apologize. But a good dupe of this would be Urban Decay's Glide On Cheek Tint in Fetish. As far as finish goes, or color, it is Crush. So I'm going to take a little bit of that with my 2 fingers, and we're just going to blend that out right above the contour color. And just get a little bit of a flush going. And then we're just going to put on a face powder. You can feel free to pack it on over the blush. Claudette Colbert didn't really have any heavy blush. She just had a bit of a contoured cheek and a light tinted flush. So I think I've applied too much, but I'm just going to wash it out with a little bit of powder. Alright, so for the lips, which is pretty much the whole entire thing, and that is MAC's Nightmoth. If you have another Burgundy lip liner, you can feel free to take that. We're just going to start in, obviously, directly on the lip line, not over it. And continue to color in our lips. I'm going to take OCC Liptar in Vintage, and it's just a nice burgundy blood red wine color. And some pictures I've seen of Claudette Colbert include a red juicy lip or the flapper burgundy lip. When I think of Claudette Colbert, I think of the burgundy flapper lip. So I'm just going to go in with Vintage instead of a true red, because I feel that it is the blood red lip that sets her apart from the other celebrity looks. I'm just taking that up on an angled brush, and I'm taking it directly from the tube. I know some people would prefer to see me take it from the tube. Some people have an issue watching me put it on my hand and then take it from there. I'm always swatching things, and my hands are always in and out of water anyway, so nothing stays on my hands, but it's up to you. The process is of course speedier with a lighter color, but you have to go slow with a dark color.